All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thank you so much for joining me today and every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is 8:57 Eastern. I'm going to have an early meeting with my guys this morning on Discord on the chat. So I did this a couple minutes early, answer some questions. Appreciate you guys as always. Bottom right-hand corner of your screen, click on that white logo, subscribe to our channel, like our videos. Comment with your questions. And of course, turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Thank you so much for joining again. Want to say quickly, happy 7th birthday. G.A.R Capital started on October 17th, 2014. Happy birthday to the team. Happy birthday to the company. And thank you so much to everyone else that's been following us in our journey. Really do appreciate you guys. I got a lot of DMs saying that have been following us since 2015. Wow, it's very humbling that people actually give a shit to listen to what I have to say and what our team has to say on a daily basis. Amazing, just amazing, very humbling. Real quick, how about them Cowboys? That's all I got to say. Sorry, Patriots fans, but the Cowboys are for real. Let's talk markets. All right, Dow Futures down 181, NASDAQ down 72, S&P Futures down about 0.5%, Russell 2000 down about 0.74% at 22.48. Crude oil continues to rise up, as we've been saying for a while, not 82.79 a barrel. TNX, the 10-year Treasury yields 1.62%. That means keep an eye on financials. We've been talking about that. The dollar is up slightly, 9402, 0.09%. The VIX is up nearly 10%, 1782. Keep in mind that anything below 20 is still relatively strong for the markets. Anything below 20 on the VIX. Gold futures down about a quarter point, 1764 an ounce. Just can't break that 1800 for some reason. 23.27 for silver futures down 0.32%. Euro dollar down 2 pips, 115.99. 114.23 down 3 pips for the dollar yen. Ethereum futures 37.31 down 3.67%. Bitcoin still above 60,000, down 2% on the future side, 60,820. The spot price on Bitcoin 60,507. Let's take a look at the chart. Here is your hourly chart. We tested the highs of 62,933 within the hourly chart. On the daily, again, we still broke major resistance here around 59,000. 64,564 is the all-time high. All-time high alert is still in effect, or watch is still in effect. Kind of did like a hurricane season, but all-time high watch is still in effect. I think we get it. More than likely, we'll probably get it by the end of the weekend. If anything, it'd be nice to get it this week. But again, nothing has really changed for the most part. If you were holding down to 30,000, you're holding now. So again, if you are holding, congratulations. Let's take a look at the VIX here. And we'll take a look at some pre-market movers. The VIX, again, not a tradable security, but again, just an index to watch. Think of it as the Dow. Yes, you could trade the Dow. Again, broke that support here at 1750. There is a gap to fill here around 1844. More than likely, we'll probably get there, reject 1856, and come back down to fill this downward gap of 1640. Again, I'm still bullish this week. Nothing has really changed here. Remember, we had that triple top and that triple bottom and broke down. So again, VIX showing us that there's still some bullishness out there. The TNX, which is the 10-year yield, is at 1 hour, 20-day highs. Let's take a look at the daily and see what levels are important. Your next level here is around 1.7%. I've been kind of harping about yields for a while. We're going to get higher yields. So again, bond rates are going to go lower. 1.7% on the 10-year is the target. If we break that 1765 is coming, if we go ahead and expand it to a little longer timeline, you're talking about a weeklies chart, yearly, you're talking about the next level. If anything, if we break 17 is right around 18.6, which is your 200-day moving average. I would say 2% seems to be your ceiling. I don't think we'll get there. The market could handle 2% yields. I don't think it can handle above that at this point, just with the supply chain issues, obviously, but demand is still strong. So again, 17 seems to be the level. Again, I'm keeping an eye on financials. They had great earnings. So again, keep an eye on that. Goldman Sachs was absolutely a beast, as you could see, after earnings, breaking out on the 1 hour. On the daily, looks like 420 is looking like that's the next target. Again, 410 could be nice on Goldman. So I'm keeping an eye on that thing. It is up pre-market with yields being up. So keep an eye on Goldman. I like the 410s. If we can get back to around 407. 407 breaks, I like the 410s. That I'll be watching today. So again, let's create an alert there. All right. With that being said, let's take a look at some pre-market movers and your questions, and we'll rock and roll. Let's take a look here, loading here. Anything that stands out pre-market, Apple's down 0.46% on heavier than usual volume, 2.6 million shares traded pre-market. Fuel Cell Energy is up 5.95% pre-market. Procter & Gamble down 0.45%. Walt Disney was also downgraded today. Nike's down 0.49%. Disney's down 2%. Boeing's down 0.71%. Goldman Sachs the only one holding green on the Dow with Chevron and 3M. Chevron being energy up 0.54%. Again, I'm still up at XOP. Still have that swing trade long. Tesla was downgraded today by Citi as a sell, but Tesla's still brewing up. Looks like all-time highs are coming right around 901, $850 a share. Again, if you're looking to take some profit here, not a big deal. We hold it with our investment club. But again, profit is nice. If you want to take out your initial investment, let the profits ride. That's probably your best bet. I think that's probably very prudent here, around 850. Not a big deal. I'm not saying a sell rating here. I think it's a good idea to start ringing the cash register as we start getting towards the end of the year. Again, for tax purposes and income purposes. Again, speak to a tax professional. But again, I think right here where Tesla's moving great, but a very, very, very parabolic move. Again, we know how Tesla moves. Tesla can be up and down like crazy, very volatile. We're starting to inch up closer to 900, which is the all-time high. Again, we can get to 900, but are you willing to wait $54 or $57 here just to take profit? I think here, if you're investment your portfolio, you're holding it, you're up very nicely, maybe 200%, 100%, whatever you're up on, and you bought some dips. Take out your initial investment. I recommend that for everybody. Again, it's nice to ring the register sometimes. Enjoy your money. At worst, you just take away your initial investment and leave the profits riding. If you're a Tesla bull and you don't care, and this is money, this is your retirement, or you don't care, again, you can let it ride. That's really up to you. But again, Tesla here, not a bad idea to ring the register. Again, I think Tesla's fine, obviously. But again, if you want to take some profits, go right ahead. Good morning. Good morning. Thoughts on BA? Let's take a look at it. Scott says good morning. Oh, thank you, sir. Let's take a look at BA. BA did break above 229. We need to get above there before we do anything, but really the next level down is really right around 214.52. If 214.52 breaks, I would take a look at the 210 puts on Boeing moving forward. But again, for bullishness, you need a little more. You need to get around 228, 229 to do anything. Do you think tech will go down more with yields rising, or is it a good time to buy before the best time of the year? Well, that really depends on you. I don't want you just to start buying because we had a small dip. This is not enough of a dip to start buying. You don't want to buy every single dip, run out of cash. But 4.42% isn't a huge deal in contrast to yields. Again, we're kind of just in the same spot that we were last week with nothing really changing. Again, nice boost on Apple being the bellwether, the largest tech company on planet Earth. But a break of 146, which I expect to happen this week, should get us a little more to 150. I think tech rallies this week, regardless of yields. A lot of the deals in terms of, a lot of emails, in terms of kind of correlations are not exactly to the point where we expect. Yes, I think the yields banks correlation is working with the earnings reports that came out. I think it's more of an earnings deal than it is the interest rates. But again, future interest rates will be going up, obviously. Crude is being up, obviously. That's going to help energy. But yields hurting tech this week? No. Again, the key is not the yields. It's the velocity of the yield move. So I think anything above like a 4% move on yields, that'll be tricky for the NASDAQ. But anything where we are now, that's not a huge deal. I think that buyers are still hungry for cash-rich companies, especially ahead of earnings. Again, I could expect a little selling post-earnings, but I think we get an earnings run-up. You pull the cord right before earnings. Again, you're talking about high expectations as things are evolving in terms of demand is getting strong, unemployment is going down. So things are turning a corner. Really, the only thing is the supply chain issues. Even inflation is cooling. So again, we're setting ourselves up for another leg up in the bull market here as we move along. I do expect all-time highs to break on S&P. Again, you still need 4480. Good morning. What are you looking at today? The big one I'm looking at today is really Goldman Sachs, GS. We talked about that. A break of 417. I'll take a look at the 420s. BTC and ETH levels past all-time highs. Yes, it will. I'm definitely expecting that. Upstart puts. Upstart, again, you can see that that big fall here, about $30 pre-market. This is really just a price action move for the most part. I think it was a deal with that CNBC where the guy didn't know what Upstart did. You could do puts here, but again, you have to target around 342, maybe 350. It's a tricky one. It's a very resilient name, so just be very careful. I would step aside on that one. The next one he had was Tesla calls. Tesla calls, the IV is going to be very, very high. What do I mean? It's going to be very expensive to trade. You can trade to 900 if you wanted all-time highs. We do have earnings this week. IV is going to shoot to the moon. Very expensive premiums, so I would sit out Tesla. And XOP calls, I have XOP stock. I don't have calls. And again, XOP is going to keep moving up with energy. The question is, does it break 108.34, the 20-day highs? On the daily, we're still at yearly highs. The question is, in the 20-year chart, do we get enough to get to 130? I believe we do. There even is a small, slight gap at 114.07. That should be coming very soon. And the emails do not stop. Visa looks to be consolidating for the past couple of months. Let's take a look at Visa. Visa has been just an up and down stock. I own it. I love the company. You hold on to it. Some consolidation period since August. I think we're going to get above 235. Spending is coming back. People are getting back to work. So again, a good thing for Visa. A lot of tailwinds here for this company. Morning Carl's thoughts on Lyft, swing opportunity. Let's take a look at Lyft. I own Lyft. I bought it at the IPO. I'm still red on it. Let's take a look at it here. You can see kind of Lyft is consolidating on the daily. Again, I think you're probably targeting 68, but again, a break of 55.41, that'd be better, but I think a break of 57 is probably what a good price you want to buy. You could probably swing it to 65 for a small gain. I wouldn't trade options on it. I would just buy and hold it if you want it. I think Uber's better than Lyft anyways. Thoughts on AMD? Let's take a look at it. AMD, I have calls on it. Again, daily looks very nice. Looks like 118 is coming. If we take a look at the hourly, obviously with tech, you can see we're down about 60 cents for the most part. We should get above 112.88 moving forward. And once that hits, I think 114 should be next, as I have the 114 calls. Facebook, again, another stock I own. Again, it's just a downward trend on the hourly. We know with all the stuff, the whistleblowers and what have you. Again, below 315 is where I'm buying. 315 is the level you want. I still love the company long term. FB calls, let's see. Really nothing to do here on FB. I would say wait for 332 if you're looking for some upside movement, 332.46. Then you could target maybe around 338, 335s maybe, but I don't love it. Facebook, I said 315 to the ad. For Alibaba, my ad level is 130. We talked about Facebook already. NVIDIA, love the company. A break of 220, I would play the calls 220, 2.5s, maybe 225s. If we can break 220, that's the level we want. We traded NVIDIA many times the past couple of weeks and have done very well with it. Obviously, with tech going up, NVIDIA has been a very good stock to trade. Thanks as always. The amount of technicals learned here is awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Again, kind of looking at the price action for the most part, all we are is testing the 50-day on the 1-hour chart on E-mini futures, same as NASDAQ. I think today kind of a sideways move. I expect us to kind of maybe be flat-ish. I think at worst we'll get to 44.20. That'd be, downside support. I really do think 44.80 is going to break this week, and we stay bullish and we move forward. The week after, we have big tech earnings. That's a little different, but I think we have Tesla, we have Netflix reporting this week. I think we have Citi reporting this week. I think you stay bullish here. I think you stay long, and things are working out. The only advice or anything I would say here is that if you own Tesla, especially if you have earnings, and you want to take some profits, I think this is the time to do it. Doesn't mean the stock is going to go down. I think here you want to lock in some gains for your patience and your buying the stock and your faith in the company. So why not take a little money off the top, keep some money in your pocket, and enjoy yourself. Again, guys, I'm all about investing long term. Yes, I understand that. But again, money is meant to be enjoyed as well, guys. Life is about balance. Enjoy yourself. Get some money out. Take the wife out. Take your husband out. Go on vacation. Enjoy it. You worked very hard for it. You were holding when everyone else was talking crap about the company, the Michael Burrys of the world and such, shorting it, and your patience was rewarded. So again, it's very important when it comes to money to have some kind of positive reinforcement when you do things well. So again, when you do things well, reward yourself. Again, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Again, it's up to you, but taking some profit on Tesla isn't a bad idea, especially ahead of earnings. Just think about it. Have a good one, guys. And we'll leave it there. G.A.R Capital FX.com. Targeting any Q4 IPOs this quarter, Stripe. Not really. There's a lot of IPO issuance. I don't like a lot of flood of IPOs. If they can move it to next year, that'd be a little better. Maybe some fresh capital come into the market. But anything that comes out of this year for IPOs, I don't want. ASML, I don't know much about this company at all. I'll answer a couple more questions. Looking at here, just pure price action on the hourly. Again, you can see the rejection here right around 793, 800 level. Came back down a little bit. Maybe 765 is where you can buy some more, maybe 750 if that's what you're looking at. On the daily, you can see 756 is 100 days, so not a bad idea to go ahead and buy, add some more if that's what you wanted. I don't own any. And then there was one more question on NIO. NIO I do love, broke above 36, now at 37.52. That was one stock I just missed, but again, I own it. Again, they're starting to hit resistance here on NIO, 37.52, 38.03 on the 50. If that does break 41 would be next. I would target 40s if we can get above, let's say 38. 38 breaks, I'll go with the 40 calls. I'll even place an alert for you guys. Let's go ahead and put it at 38 even. If that happens, then I like the 40 calls on NIO. All right, let's leave it there, guys. Have a great rest of your day. GARCapitalFX.com is the website. Thank you so much for joining me again. Happy birthday, GAR Capital yesterday. Go Cowboys, and enjoy Monday Night Football tonight, guys. Cheers.